are.
What's up? Welcome back. I'm dubbing this season 3 of the Pepper Pack podcast. I am the Dr. Pepper teacher, Zach Bowman. To my immediate, I guess that's that way,
Another direction.
left. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping it shows me because I'm talking in turn or out of turn. But it's me, Richard, also Dr. Pepper Doge. And then last but definitely not least.
It is I. I am Dario. I am, your resident cooking and eating master. And basically, if there's a cookie involved, I'm there. Well, also Dr. Pepper involved. So definitely I am.
Mhm.
So, you got to be a Dr. Pepper and cookie, and I will show up.
Well, Dario, I know we have Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
But do you have cookies?
Always.
You have cookies. That's
Always.
wonderful. I'm glad you have cookies. Now, we are missing the one and only Dr. Pepper designer, Konnor Clem. He may pop in later. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm excited to be back podcasting. It feels like it's been a hot month or year since we've got a chance to do this.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute being able to see each other. I know we're all definitely busy, taking care of things. Life, Dr. Pepper, finding new cookie recipes.
Yeah, no, you want to know how crazy life is right now? It was like 70 degrees yesterday in Kansas. Today it was snowing. And I'm rocking shorts and flip-flops like I don't care. I'm in a spring break state of mind. I'm going to enjoy it. But, I'm thirsty. So should we start this season off right?
Always started right.
All right. We'll go around the way we introduced ourselves. 1,
2,
23.
I'm always afraid that's going to blow up everywhere.
Well,
Make for a great blooper reel.
That is true, but also scary. So, Dario, you missed out. I was telling Richard earlier, I was a little nervous about opening some of these cans because I stocked up when they were on sale, and I had some sitting in my trunk that I was going to unload after parent-teacher conferences a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And just 12 hours of parent-teacher conferences. At the end of the day, I forgot to bring them in, and I was like, I'm tired. I don't care. Well, they ended up freezing in my trunk, and some of the cans exploded. And so I was like, I just wasted like $30, So I went to the grocery store that I used to work at where I bought them from, and I was like, hey, I'll be honest with you guys. I forgot to take these out of my car. The temperature got so low that they froze and exploded. Would you be willing to allow me to exchange them or return them? And the manager was like, you know what? Just go grab 3 new 12-packs off the shelf. It's okay. Wow. I was like, sweet. Praise the Lord. So I got 3 new 12-packs. And then when I was taking the exploded ones out of my car, I realized only about half the cans had exploded. And so I kind of let everything thaw out and melt. And I was cleaning them up today because they've been sitting in my garage. And as I was pouring out some of the ones that like felt squishy, like they had exploded but just not leaked out of, they're pouring out like crystal clear, like water.
Whoa.
And so I was like, I was telling Richard, I wonder if like I've seen people post up pictures on stuff online where like, Dr. Pepper, what's going on with this can? And they're pouring it out and it looks like just water. So I wonder if there's something like freezing through it off or I don't know.
That's possible.
But this one tastes good, so I'm not complaining.
Hey, good Dr. Pepper is good Dr. Pepper. That's all that matters, right?
Oh, yeah. Dr. Pepper, cookies, and Jesus. What more do you need? Well, I mean, friends and family, too. But.
Well,
I mean, that's like the next t-shirt.
You better put family in there, too.
I did. I said friends and family as well. I threw it in there. You can give it a shot, man.
It seemed like family went last, and so that's a little...
Well, here's my thing. I actually heard this said once because this was a discussion my wife and I had one time. It's because, like, I'd always list the things I like, and she'd always be the last thing. And someone's like, well, I actually usually name random stuff first, and the most important thing is kind of where you finish with. And I was like, yeah. See, I'm just getting all that other stuff out of the way, and then I'm finishing strong. So I think that was a good little lesson.
It's a save, so we'll hope it.
But anyway, moving on. Richard, I always enjoy your collection back there. I know you. I think you shared with us the puzzle last time. At least we
Yeah.
talked about it in the Discord
Mhm.
and then the Pepper Pack. What what's some new stuff you got going on in the pod or in your collection? And if you're having to watch us live, thank you for tuning in.
Oh yeah.
This is the Pepper Pack podcast. Obviously, we like Dr. Pepper, but go ahead and give us a
Just-
comment and let us know where you're watching from, and we'll give you a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so as far as the latest additions to my collection, I'm not going to get up and take them off the shelf or anything, but the latest ones since I guess the last time we've had an episode, which we'll talk about later, are these blackberry and blackberry zero flavors that came out. So I'll skip those for now. But then there's
Yeah.
this new UK exclusive flavor, this cherry crush zero that I finally got to add to my collection. And then as soon as I received those, I really thought that
Point to him
I
again now.
finally finished collecting. Oh right.
Yeah, because I moved you out
How
of the
do
way of the.
meteorologists do this?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's like right in this section right
There you go. Yeah.
we'll get a close up later, I guess. But so once I got those, I really thought I had finally finished collecting every can of every unique flavor Dr.
Mhm.
Pepper had ever come out with. So I recorded it, posted it, shared it on the socials, and then I had this one guy who was like, "Hey, you're missing this one," and can't really see it right now, but it's
Mhm.
this old pepper free style. So I had a pepper free. That was like low sodium or no sodium or whatever, and then there's a pepper free,
Was that the
caffeine
blue
free.
one?
Oh yeah, the blue ones.
So there's a regular pepper free, and then there's a pepper free, no salt or no sodium, and then the one below it is like a pepper free, caffeine free as well. So it's like 3 different kind of pepper frees before they really honed in on the diet. So as far as cans go for my collection, like those were the latest and greatest additions. But then I
Nice.
have a non-can edition as well. I didn't know if we had
Before you
time
go
for
to your
that.
non-can. Oh yeah, we always have time for that. Before we go, I'm just gonna say I'm jealous of your collection, but I also feel like I'm a part of that because I think you told me one time that I inspired you to start collecting
Mhm.
once you saw mine. So
Yeah.
I do like how yours are all even, where my cases sometimes have death to them, but
Yeah.
also with my daughter that likes to run around on here, I'm like I have to keep them closed. So yeah.
It's nice. I did like your can collection. It looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
So go ahead and show us that other non-can collection item that you got. We'll just kind of throw a blanket down and just talk about this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see what you did there. That was great. A recipe for success, if I might add. But so lately in the Pepper Perks store, they released their other thing. Oh, I just realized that was another thing I had. It was a nice little plushie of the Dr. Pepper can smiling. I don't have it nearby, but that was a fun little one. My kiddo loves playing around with it.
I wanted that
The
one.
latest one I got was pretty expensive in the perk store. Pretty much depleted whatever points I had left, but I think it might be a worthy addition to my collection. But it's a picnic basket, essentials, and everything. So it's got the Dr. Pepper logo listed on there, and I can take you through the contents for those of you.
Please.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me do this. Let me do this. Let's see.
There we go. There we go.
I'm on the big screen. I feel official now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll remove this top here. You might be wondering what on earth is another bag doing inside. It's actually an insulated bag that's removable, so it keeps all your stuff nice and cool and fresh. So
or hot if you wanted something hot.
That's also true. But if you've got Dr. Pepper in here, you don't want it hot. Unless you got those extra lemon slices to make the true hot Dr. Pepper. But yeah, it also came with a free little ice pack, so that was handy.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that they missed an opportunity there to not give you a Dr. Pepper can shaped ice pack.
Exactly, that would have been cool.
That would have been.
We should get on that.
This is Incognito. If you're watching, come on, man.
So then they also added 2 sets here. I'll go ahead and open up one here, but it's basically just your classic basic utensils and their own little carrying cases. So I thought that
now,
was
are those plastic and do they have the Dr. Pepper logo on them?
They don't have any logos from what I can tell. I don't want to say they're plastic. They're definitely reusable.
Okay.
Like
so they're probably like plastic, but not like throwaway plastic.
Not the cheap plastic.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty nice. And then it also came with 2 napkins. I'm pretty sure this was just a picnic basket for 2 kind of deal. So 2 napkins. I'm obviously not going to use them because got the logo on them, and
Oh
I'll
yeah.
use any other napkins any other day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came with looks like 4 plates. So I guess main course and dessert as well with the Dr. Pepper logo. Now these don't seem reusable or washable at all.
Oh, there's like styrofoamish or like that kind of that cardboardy paper.
Yeah, the cardboard paper is a very good description of that. Also came with 2 more can holders, so I'm a
Sweet
huge fan
Tuesday.
of that. Uh,
Now
that
those are
probably
definitely
means I've got like
reusable.
10. Yes, definitely. And then it also had another little box within it. I'm like a container inside a container inside a container. Some
It's like
Inception stuff going
Inception.
on in
I
here.
know exactly.
So removing the lid. There's
Inside
another
that
little
box is the recipe of Dr. Pepper.
Well, there's another little container inside this container as well to hold stuff. And then it's got this nice little carrying case with some more
More
reusable silverware. But yeah, that's basically it. Very
That's
handy,
pretty.
very very fun.
Now, wasn't that like 1,800 points,
Uh
or was it
actually,
2,300?
I think I just had it up to see if they had anything else. It was only 1100, and I say only,
1,100.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it was still pretty
Because
steep.
well, Dr. Pepper. This is gonna be my shout out to complain, but back when 12 packs and 2 liters were cheaper, the prices of using perks to redeem perks were much cheaper as well. I mean, I remember I got my dark berry Dr. Pepper fridge, the little 6K mini fridge, was 300 perks,
Yeah.
perk points or whatever we want to call them. I feel like today if it dropped, it'd be like 3,500.
Mm-hmm.
So inflation's killing us too. Help. But
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
that concludes my show and tell of my latest collection additions. Thanks for attending.
wow, that's really awesome.
There you go.
Okay, man, you got a look close up on my face. That was
We're ready for that. I'm still learning this new stream.
I was not ready for that.
So yeah, we've taken a little break from streaming for a while to catch you guys up. Life's been busy, and as we have had access to different things change, we've been looking at new ways to get the podcast out there that streams everywhere we want it to, allows us to still interact with people and have multiple videos going at one time. Thought we could do it with Facebook Live, but they were like, no, we don't want you to do that. And we couldn't, which was sad. So we found this, and I seem to like it so far. I'll mess with it more, but I'm still figuring out the buttons. It's like when you drive a car for the first time, like you know how to drive the car, but buttons are in a new spot, and you have to push them a little harder. So fun story today. I was looking at a new car, well, new to me car, and it was a Volkswagen, I think Jetta, and it was a 5-speed manual, which was what I wanted. But the way I've always learned to drive a 5-speed, first gear is all the way to the left and up, second straight down, third up, over, up, fourth straight down, fifth up, over, up, and reverse is straight down. This one had reverse all the way left and up. Then you came down a little, over and down for first. Or no. It was reverse, down, over, up for first, and then down into second, up over to third, fourth, and then up over. So it almost looks like a W the way it shifted.
Well, it's a Volkswagen.
Well, no, I was thinking that as well as I said the W, but I'm just so used to whenever I get to like a stoplight, just wiggling my shifter all the way to the middle, like neutral, so to speak, and then going all the way left and up into first.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I couldn't do that if I was driving that car. I end up smashing into the car behind me.
To me, that sounds like it would drive you crazy.
Dutch. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Dad joke approved.
Oh yeah, but I have some other topics I'd like to cover tonight, other than my bad dad jokes. First off, Richard was so kind. Here, let me. Dario, if I somehow pick you on accident, I'm sorry.
I'm still here.
All right. So Richard was kind enough to snag some of these, let's call them UK exclusive Dr. Pepper flavors. This is Dr. Pepper Cherry Crush Zero Sugar Edition. So not only am I super psyched to get this, he got some, did a giveaway, and blessed some people with them. So not only do I get the can, which I'm excited about, it's full and it's chilled, and I'm going to do a taste test for you. Richard, I don't know if you have an extra one that you want to taste test with me, or if you probably already taste tested it. So I'd love to hear your opinion on these. But I almost wanted to get a Dr. Pepper Cherry and drink it, and this at the same time to see kind of how they compared. But then I remembered I don't really like Dr. Pepper Cherry because of how strong the cherry is. Although they changed the logo on that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed that, Dario. They updated their logo on the, and I'm like, I feel like there's all this new stuff going on that we don't know about, and then they're like, hey, let's see if anyone notices.
We notice.
Oh yes, we
notice. We notice.
We know everything, Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Incognito doesn't tell us, we'll find out.
Mm, yeah.
I wonder if I can mention him 23 times tonight, and then
he's not going to appear like certain other entities.
Now I do notice that the pull tab felt a little different compared to the US versions. There's a little skinnier pull tab, but I'm not getting a huge cherry scent from it. I don't know if you got that from it when you tested, Richard.
Yeah, I didn't really smell it.
Oh man, that's what you always get. You gotta do the smell test first. Just gonna.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have clarified. I did the smell test, but I didn't smell the scent of cherry flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is cherry crush. So I'm just curious to see how that changed it. Did they add some cream to it? What's going on there? So let me give this a shot. So I'll be honest, I don't get a lot of Dr. Pepper flavor. I don't know if that's something you got. I do taste the cherry. I don't think it's as strong. Well, it's not as kick you in the mouth strong as the US version of the Dr. Pepper cherry. It's a little smoother, but it is very cherry flavored. So I guess you could say the cherry is crushing the flavor here.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. I think of just like off the top of my head. No, it's not bad. Well, that second taste was really cherry, so maybe it's just kind of building up on me. What did you think of this, Richard?
Yeah, so I well, when I first tasted it, I didn't compare it to the cherry immediately, but I did later on. There was a distinct difference in the flavoring there.
Yeah.
My takeaway was like it was like 40-50% Dr. Pepper taste, and then the other 50% was like a candied cherry. And then
Yeah.
probably because it's a Valentine themed beverage, I was already leaning this way to like if you get the box of like Valentine candy parts that are like the hard candies with the letters on it.
Yeah.
I envisioned it was like crushed up versions of those with some candied cherry mixed in with Dr. Pepper, and that's the taste I was thinking of.
I can see that because that's what I was wanting to put my finger on. I'm like, it's not cherry. It's like you said, a candy cherry. That's pretty overpowering. I'd almost say Dr. Pepper is like 35%, and then the more I sip it, the more of that candy cherry taste I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm thankful to taste it. Burping. Not something I'm gonna go get more of, but I think the can is really awesome, and the fact that they had zero sugar. I'm gonna have to finish it off just because I can't throw Dr. Pepper away. But
exactly,
it must be drank, consumed.
Let me do a zero sugar cleanse. So, my other addition that I have is this guy. Let me see if I can show this off. So this is a Dublin 1891 Founder's Recipe glass bottle. One of my coworkers, her and her husband, were down in Oklahoma, and so they went by Pops because they'd never been there, but they heard of it. And you guys know what Pops is?
Let's
No.
pretend we don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Dario was like, "Yeah, I know." So Pops is a soda shop on
Oh
Route
yeah, of course.
66 that has like a bunch of different glass bottles or pops, soda pops. And they have this awesome like soda glass bottle light up neon fountain outside their place. But they told me when they got there, it was under construction. They were doing some remodeling or whatever. So she just said it was like super sketchy because there was like just a trailer behind it, and this guy had boxes of the soda in the trailer. And she's like, "Is this the right place? Where are we at?" I was like, "Yeah, you went too far south of the border there." But
That's
that that's Padres, not Pops. But they asked for the double Dr Pepper because her husband didn't realize that they'd stopped making it, and he was disappointed that they haven't. But they said this is basically Dublin's version of this, and so I've had some different Dublin sodas that I've been told were this, but they weren't the founder's recipe. And I don't know if I've ever actually had the Dublin Dr Pepper glass bottle before, so I don't really have anything to compare it off of other than the real sugar Dr Pepper that comes. So I'm excited to drink this and see how it goes. So Richard, you've had the Dublin before, right?
So the not the one that says like the 1891 Founders Edition, but I have had the like from the Dublin pepper
Yeah,
plant.
yeah.
I still have two full bottles of it here on my shelf that actually say like the Dublin Dr. Pepper as well.
Well,
But yeah, those were really good.
Yeah, I have a couple of those, but great given how old they are, I didn't think it'd be wise to drink them, so I haven't. But I still see people selling them online, and I'm like, oh, I want to, but I don't know if I can drink it. Dario, did you ever get a chance to have the Dublin Dr Pepper?
I didn't get a chance to try it, but I do have a couple of full bottles of it
Yeah.
on my collection too. So,
So maybe one of these days when the Lord sends an asteroid, and we're like, all right, guys, it's time. Let's drink them. Now, I've read the book. He doesn't send an asteroid.
I know well.
I know the ending. I know how the story ends.
When you hear the trumpet, you know to drink up.
Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna get it cracked open, then I'm gonna disappear.
Yeah, you want to get the chance to taste it because
That's all right. I'm sure it's gonna be at the marriage supper.
I just hope that if I know they talk about mansions and all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. I just hope that I care less what I get. It just it'd be nice if it's like, here, look, here's a Dr Pepper.
No, dude, I straight up, I'm praying. It's like a Big Daddy, not Big Daddy, a Mr. Deeds kind of movie scene where he's got the fruit punch water fountain.
I know.
I have a Dr Pepper water fountain in
Dr.
my mansion in heaven. I just
That-
cry. It'll be beautiful.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. But okay, so
first impression complete off track.
first impression of this, it does have a really good like scent to it. I almost want to say like a brown sugar kind of scent, but I know what I don't know. I don't think that's one of the 23 flavors, but it would make sense that it was because brown sugar is awesome. But let's 1, 2, 23.
23.
So I don't know if it's the cherry stuff throwing me off, but I don't get a necessarily a distinct Dr. Pepper taste. The aftertaste kind of tastes more Dr. Pepper than the initial taste. It's not bad though. I think.
Does it taste like Dr Pepper, or
like I said,
related?
the aftertaste has a very Dr. Peppery taste, but it does definitely have a more cola taste, and that's one thing I know that we said a lot about Dr Pepper is it's not a cola.
Cola.
Um,
I mean,
so
it's even in the song.
yeah,
It's not a cola.
I don't know that song, but okay,
Yeah. 70s did a big old thing with a bunch of singers.
sing it for us, Dario. Let's go.
I remember all of it.
He just
But
remembers that it says not a cola.
all I do know was that it was like the Swan Silvertones did it. Bo Diddley sang, and I can't remember a couple other recording artists did it, but they were singing how Dr Pepper's not a cola.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, this definitely has a cola taste. Like I remember back in the day when I was a kid and we'd had like RC cola and different stuff.
Hmm.
It's just got that very distinct cola flavor up front, but the aftertaste is very kind of Dr Peppery. So my question is this the original recipe that they used? Because I can't imagine a double Dr Pepper tasting like a cola up front. But obviously it says founder's recipe, but they had to get rid of that because of probably copyright and legal issues of trademark stuff with not using the original recipe when they lost the franchise or licensing because them stinking red soda people.
So, well, what could be a possibility? Yeah, I mean that when they did have to give up their recipe for it, all not all of it, but
Yeah,
probably they gave up like the one thing that makes Dr Pepper,
yeah.
and they probably substituted a cola
The
for
23 things to make Dr. Pepper Dr. Pepper.
yeah. When they lost they lost the important one of the 23,
Hmm. Yeah,
the one that matters.
yeah. Well, I always have high hopes for these things, and I'm like, please taste like Dr. Pepper. And it didn't taste
Yeah,
exactly like Dr. Pepper to me, so I'm a little disappointed. Um, but I mean, they did their best with what they could do.
oh yeah. I mean, really, what all we just really need to happen is that they just need to reconcile with each other. But I mean, I think as the years go
That's
by,
my dream to be like one of the teams that brings Dr. Pepper and Dublin back together. Well, excuse me. I think that'd be awesome. But
yeah,
I do know that June, I think it's 5th through the 7th, I think I saw the Dr. Pepper Collectors Convention is going on.
yeah,
And I'm home on spring break, so I had my daughter with me, and I was like, hey, do you want to go to Texas with Daddy this summer? And so now she's all excited to go on a road trip, and I told her we can stay in a hotel and uh, go to the Dr. Pepper Museum. And she's like, where would we eat? I was like, we'd probably go to restaurants. Okay, I want to go then. I was like,
mm,
all right. Yeah, we won't make just sandwiches in the hotel room. Um, and so the first thing she says to my wife when my wife gets up from work is, Daddy and I are going to Texas. And I'm like, all right, this is not the way I wanted to break that news.
yeah. That would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, so my wife's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, well, I'll talk to you about it later. So I kind of told her, I was like, I told her we'd have to talk to you and figure out if we can make it work with our budget and all our plans that we have and things. But I was like, it'd be fun. I was like, you're welcome to come, or if you didn't want to be stuck in the car with both girls for however many hours it takes to get down there and back, then we can. And so Connor's not here, but I was like, yeah, we'll drive to Connor's house first and we'll crash there and then drive the other half or whatever. So, Connor, hope you're watching because I just volunteered myself to stay at your house with my daughter. Our kids can play together. I do need to go visit him because I got to check out his crave cave, is what he calls it.
Yeah, I know. I need to try to make my way out east to you guys. Kind of
I
hard.
mean,
You're at the
you,
very western part of California, but not the
yeah,
western part. I'm in the valley.
yeah. But you guys are always welcome. Hang on, I need to get you out here so you can sign my ambassador Dr. PepperPack badge. Now, Richard, I think you signed it once already because we met up in the when we did the anniversary episode
Right.
at the Waco Museum.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's always the option to just meet back up at the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I'm hoping to do. Like, as if I can make this happen where I'll take my daughter. We'll go to the collectors convention and then go to the museum, and then I
Are you
can
going
show
to
her.
show her your brick at the
Yeah,
museum?
I'll have to find it. I mean, I got the little souvenir one that I bought with it, but yeah, I want to find my brick. I want to show her a bunch of different stuff in the museum and things I know, and then just have a good trip. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I think. Well, if we get a chance, my wife and I are gonna try to go out, probably in the go out towards. I think if we're going to Indianapolis and try to get out there in July.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a drive from Kansas.
Well, I
But
mean,
here's what you do.
California. I'm
Are
in
you
California.
are you guys driving or flying?
That we're still debating.
Okay, so
I
here's
mean,
what you do.
if we're gonna drive, I mean, it's not that much. It's only about 24 hours of driving.
Well, here's what you if you drive, you make your drive go through Kansas, and then y'all can pit stop in Wichita because Wichita's like one of the main highways that goes through here, and then y'all can crash here for like a night or whatever. And if you fly, you purposely pick a flight with a layover in Kansas, and then I can pick you up at the airport, and we can go to Justice Hip and get some Dr Pepper on me, and then hang out. You have to have like a 4 hour layover, so that way we can just chill.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know that we're planning on being out there. I can't remember the exact date, but there's a convention out there, and so we're gonna be heading. We're gonna try to do our best to head out there this year.
Hmm.
And,
I see. And Richard's just like, I'm staying here. You can't make me go anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
but hey,
Well, guys, this has been fun. It's a good way to test out the new streaming platform.
it
I like
is.
what we have so far, and excited to see us add our logos and videos and what fun stuff Konnor can come up with. But I am hoping, I would love for your help with it as well. We would want to have some more guests on, more ambassadors. Even if they've been ambassadors we have already had, I mean, we'll bring them back and chat with them again. Just
Yeah, I mean,
continue to build our Pepper Pack family and that community.
well, if you think about it, well, some of the very first Pack ambassadors we had on here again goes all the way back to like around 2020, 2021,
Mhm.
Yeah,
2025.
it was 2019. No, it would have been
It was in
2020
2020.
because it was in April or May of 2020 when we had our first episode with Josh and I, where we
Yeah,
shared our Dr Pepper stories.
and
Because it
so
was during COVID when I had that idea with the Zoom video call. And then Josh was like, I want to do a Pepper or Dr. Pepper podcast. And I was like, my mind went a million miles an hour. I was like, oh, we could chat with people. We could do this. We could do this. Let's make it happen. And he's like, simmer, slow down. And I was like, no.
I think we could definitely reach out and could talk to some of the people that we've had in the past. I know that lives have changed. I mean, my life is not the same from 2020 to 2025. None of ours are.
No.
Right.
You know, my goodness, between what those last 5 years, you
Hmm.
know,
Even just the what how I want to use this word carefully. Um, the administration of the Pepper Pack and the what word do I want to use? The application of the ambassadors has changed a lot.
Mhm.
So we can that'd be even just fun. Not even things we have to do as on like a live or a published thing, but just to get people together to discuss that.
yeah,
A Pepper Pack roundtable where we can meet up and chat. But um, still plan to do some detours, different Dr Pepper recipes. We would love to do some collector shout outs. So if you're a Dr Pepper collector and you have a collection that you would love to show off,
yeah,
I love seeing other people's collections, your prized items. If you're a Dr. Pepper fan that just wants to be in the Pepper Pack, if they ever choose to open that up again, we used to do a thing called Future Ambassadors or Future Pepper Pack Ambassadors. We would love to hear your story. give you an opportunity. Will be your window to shout out Dr. Pepper and just kind of build that community. I know we have the Discord going on. Hey, Josh
Yeah.
Phillips, what's up, man? He says, you know what hasn't changed? 23 amazing flavors and one amazingly awesome beverage, Dr. Pepper. Josh, man, we can always count on you for throwing in comments. Josh was on the podcast a while back. I remember chatting with him and his little collection he had behind him. I remember we talked about his gold Dr. Pepper can that took me forever to get, which, Richard, you have, I believe, over your right shoulder in a case of the 125th anniversary box.
Oh, right. Yeah, that one.
I was waiting for you to point to it, see if I got the right shoulder correct. Was it the right shoulder?
Are you talking about
Yeah.
up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, we had that one in Atlanta. I was like, yeah, I had to buy it on eBay because it was only released in Atlanta because of the factory or the plant that's down there. Breaks my heart. But Josh, I am glad you commented because this does tell me that this live is going through to Facebook and that people are able to comment and we're able to see it. Because I was kind of curious about that, how that was going to work, how that worked with this new stream. But Dario, your final 23 seconds. Anything you want to say? Let me rephrase it. You're not 23 seconds of life, but of just this episode.
Oh gosh, yeah, no. No, I think things are going great. I know. Recently, my wife found this cool little. Found me the grenade.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought you were an actual grenade.
No, the little grenade Dr. Pepper bottle.
Oh yes, those are sweet.
So she just called me one day. She's like, I found something. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything you got. And so I'm like, yeah. So she got me this, and so it's really cool.
That is cool.
And so I put it in with my our wedding present and all the stuff that Dr. Pepper gave us for our wedding.
I really was hoping it was like an actual grenade, and she called you like, Dario, I found a grenade. Do you want it?
No. No, we don't do that.
I mean, California is kind of crazy.
Yeah, we are, but we have laws.
We have laws in Kansas too. Yeah, that's why I can't just go in and take Dr. Pepper off the shelf. Stinking laws.
But no, it just I think it's. I mean, I know it's been a while since we have been gone. I mean, not gone, but just having to take care of things, life being crazy, But when we're back to, definitely want to hear from everybody. Even what Zach, what you were saying about, some of our Pepper Pack members that have been interviewed in the past. I think it'd be great that we got back with you because we know life has changed. Life has gone. I mean, there are new exciting things that are happening. I mean, we see it all the time, even in our Discord, that, life is, moving forward. And so we definitely want to hear from you again, I think that'll be great.
I want to share Josh's latest comment because it is, I think, the three of us can say
Relate?
this is true for all of us. He says his collection has grown a bit since then. My savings, not so much, but it's all for the love.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why my collection has unfortunately had to stop growing for now. But
Yeah.
I still love when I get random gifts or when Dr. Pepper rewards are not 3,000 points.
Yeah. Definitely been enjoying the fact that my wife has actually bought me a few things for the collection.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been wonderful, So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to my wonderful wife.
Oh yes.
She makes my collection grow.
Oh yes. So Richard, I told Dario 23 seconds, but he took 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I did.
No, it's all right. I was talking to. So Richard, anything you want to share before we say goodbye?
Other than, what I feel is very obvious to say, if you haven't had a Dr. Pepper today, it's never too late. Go get one drink up.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, Josh, thanks for tuning in. Anyone else that's watching, we appreciate it. Do us a favor, like, share, follow us on all our social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I guess it's not
LinkedIn.
Twitter; it's X now. What was the other one?
LinkedIn.
Link. We probably have. Dude, we probably have a Zanga that I don't even know about. If y'all want to go that far back. Oh man, I just dated myself.
And don't worry, we didn't mention the MySpace page
I was
that
gonna
we
say Tom will do it for us. Tom. Oh man,
hey,
you know
hey,
how funny it is if we can get Tom on here.
hey, you know what?
MySpace.
He was everybody's friend.
I
Okay.
know that's weird. But as always, stay safe. Uh, no, it's be safe, be blessed, be caffeinated, and until we drink again, we'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye. Man, that was really good.